Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create login page using MySQL, JSP and Servlet. So let's start the video. Okay, I've started my Eclipse IDE. I'm going to create a new project. So click on File, New, Dynamic Web Project and here provide name to your project. So I'm giving name as login. If you are doing JSP program first time, you can just click on the next button and you can see the default settings of it and make sure that this generate web.xml is checked over here and click on finish button. Okay, you can see here my project has been created, that is login. Let me expand this. Here you can see src/main/java. In this my Servlet files are going to come and in this src under web app my JSP or HTML file is going to come. And here it is showing me error because of the issue of Jakarta. So let me just solve that error. Okay, now I'll quickly create my JSP page for accepting value from user. So you need to right click on web app, new and take option as JSP and here give name to your page. So I'm giving name as login and on this page I'm going to accept input from user and here you can click on finish button. So now my page is created. I can just change title over here, login. First of all, I'm going to take username as well as password from user and I will be keeping two buttons. One is what login button, another is reset button. So for that I'm going to take form tag, form action equal to. So when I click on login button, which page is to be called? So on click of login button, I'm going to call login Servlet. So this Servlet I have not created, I will be creating that. And here you can write method equal to get or post. Default is get, I'm taking post. And then you can give a heading to my this page. So here I'm just using div align is equal to center and then in this in h1 I'll just write my heading. So h1 I'm just writing login or user login. Okay, now in my form tag I'm going to use table so that alignment of my control should be proper. So let's add table tag and here I will be adding tr and in that there will be a td and what will be that? Enter name and then I'll close this td and then again I'm going to start td and in this I'm going to take input type equal to text. So input type equal to text and name I'm giving to my control as txt name. And now let me close my td and let me close my tr. Okay, now I'm just copying this and I'm going to create another row. So enter password and here I'm going to type input type equal to password and here I'm taking control name as txt pwd. Okay, now I'm going to place my two buttons, that is submit and reset button. Okay, so my designing is done. Let me check it out. Before that, I'll just add this login Servlet so that if I click on submit button, it should not show me error. So now I'll go to src/main/java and right click over here and then new and then you can take Servlet and here give the name to your Servlet. So I'm giving login Servlet and if you want to provide package name, you can provide and then click on finish button. Okay, so my Servlet has been added. Let me resolve this error. So for this you need to just expand this plus sign and here click on organize imports. Okay, so my errors are gone. Now I will be checking my login.jsp page. So run as run on server and then just click on finish button. Here it is showing me login.jsp and I think I've closed this center tag before this form. So it is not showing in center. I'll change that and this two text boxes. Now if I click on login button, it is taking me to login Servlet. Now in login Servlet, I will be writing code for checking username and password. So let's do that. Now I'm going to this login servlet, and here I'm going to write code for checking username and password whether they exist to my table or not. So I need a database, I need a table. So I will just create database and table. So now let me quickly start MySQL. I'm starting MySQL command line. You can use Workbench also. So here I'll just type my password. Okay, let me just increase font. So here I'm going to write create database, and the name of my database I'm giving as Sunita, and in this I'm going to create a table. So before that, let me write use Sunita. So my database has been changed. Now I'm going to create table login, and here I'm going to write first column as uname, and the data type is going to be varchar, and maximum character I'm allowing as 20, and let me give this as primary key. And then second column is going to be my password, and then here the data type is going to be varchar again, and I'm giving size as 20. Okay, now I'm going to insert value to this table so that I can demonstrate you login successful or not. So insert into login, and then here I'm going to pass value. So my username is going to be CS Corner, and my password is going to be unknown. This is what the value which I'm passing. Okay, so let me show my record. Select star from login. My table is done. Now I'm going to use login table in my code, and my database name is Sunita. So now let's go to Eclipse again and write the code for connectivity and checking user detail. I don't need this doGet method because I have taken method as post, and I don't need constructor also. So I'm deleting all these lines, and this line also I'm deleting. And now here I'm going to write code for database connectivity. Okay, now my Java program is going to connect to my databases. So for that I need connector.jar file. So before doing this, you need to download your connector.jar file. I have created separate video for that. You can click on I button and check it out. Also, I will provide link in description box. So now I'm just going to paste that connector.jar file in my lib folder. Okay, let me just copy my connector.jar file and paste it into lib folder of my server. So my connector file is in my E drive. So here I'm having my connector file. So I'm just copying this connector.jar file, and I'll just go to C:, and here you can see my Apache folder is there, and I just need to paste this inside my lib folder. Okay, so this connector.jar file you have pasted into lib folder. So now you need to just refresh your application, then this connector will be shown into your runtime library. So here it's not showing me my connector, so I'm just going to refresh this. Okay, so you can see my connector is visible over here. This is the jar file which is going to help you for doing connectivity or for writing JDBC code. So done with database, done with connector. Now I'm going to write logic for establishing my connectivity. So you can create separate class and you can call that over here. I'm not doing that. I'm writing that code inside this do post only. If you are creating entire module for user registration, login, then you can create separate class for database connectivity, and wherever you need connectivity, you just call that class method. Okay. So now here, first of all, I'm going to load driver. So class dot for name. Here I'm going to pass my driver name. So my driver is there in package com.mysql.cj.jdbc, and then here I'm having driver. So this is what my driver path, and it's showing me error because I need to throw exception. So let's surround it with try catch block, and now I'm going to write line for establishing connection. So connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection, and in this get connection method we have to pass total 3 values. Let me just put my user ID, and root user ID is having some password, so I'm just typing that password, and here I'm going to write my protocol name. So my protocol name is JDBC MySQL :/localhost :3306, nothing but your port number, / your database name. So my database name is Sunita, so I'm writing Sunita over here. So my connection is done. Now it is showing me some error because I need to import the packages. So let's do that. So import java.sql and here surround with try catch block. So I'll just select add catch clause. So this is done. For retrieving value, you can use get parameter method. So you can create separate Java Bean classes, that is getter setter classes, and you can call the method over there, or you can write code directly over here. So I'm just making it simple. So what I'll do, I'll just create variable string n, that is nothing but name, is equal to request dot get parameter, and here you can pass your text box name. My text box name was txt name, and then same line I'm going to paste for my password. So string p is equal to request dot get parameter txt pwd. Once I'll verify name of my control, so it was txt name and txt password. Okay, so now I have retrieved the parameter. Now I need to check the value which user has entered with the value which is there in my database. So first of all, I need to retrieve values from database. So for that, I'm going to create object of prepared statement. So now whatever value user has provided, I'm going to check if this kind of username and password is existing in my table or not. If yes, then I'm going to show login successful message. So for that, I'm going to use prepared statement is equal to con dot prepare statement, and here the query which I'm going to pass as select uname, that is nothing but my column name. So uname, and then from table name, that is login, where uname is equal to question mark and password is equal to question mark. So if my username and password matching, then the particular username will be retrieved. Okay, so now I will be replacing the question mark value with actual parameter. So ps dot set string, and here I can pass 1, and the first question mark will be replaced by the value available in first text box, and now second question mark will be replaced by value there in second text box, that is my p variable. Okay, so after this I'm going to call method execute query. So here I'm going to write ps dot execute query, and now this execute query method returns me result set. So this side I'm going to create result set variable. So result set rs is equal to ps dot execute query. Let me import package for result set. Okay, if my login is successful, which means the password and username which you have provided in text boxes is matching with database password and username, then I'm going to redirect user to some success.jsp page, else I'm going to redirect user to the login.jsp page. So now I'm going to write line if rs.next. So that means if I have any record, then what I should do, I should redirect user to success.jsp page. So for that I'm creating request dispatcher object dot get request dispatcher, and I'm going to redirect user to welcome.jsp page I have to create, and I'm going to redirect user. So for that I'm going to write rd dot forward. Okay, so when login is successful, it will redirect me to welcome.jsp page. Now here, if my login is unsuccessful, I'm going to redirect user to my login.jsp page, which is going to ask username and password again. So I'm just copying this line and let me change the file name. Okay, if my login is failed, then I'm going to display error message that login failed, please try again. So for displaying messages, I need to create object of print writer. So let me do that. Here I'm going to create object of print writer. Okay, so now by using out object, I can print a message. So out dot print ln, and here I'm using font tag for changing my color of a font. So color is equal to red. Also, I'm just going to provide size is equal to 18. I'm printing message login failed, and after this I'm going to provide anchor tag so that user can go back to login.jsp page for entering the new details. So here again I'm going to write out.println href login.jsp, and here I'm writing try again. Okay, so this code is done. Now I'm going to quickly create my welcome.jsp page. So here let me add one page, new JSP file, and the name I'm giving to this JSP file as welcome, and here I'm going to write in h1 that login successful. Okay, I'm done with the code. Now let's run and check it out whether it's working or not. So run as run on server. Yes, save the file. Okay, finish. Okay, so my login.jsp is displayed over here. Now I'm going to write my username, and here I'm going to type my password which I have entered in my database, and I'm going to click on login button. Okay, you can see it is showing me login successful. Let me just enter wrong credential. So here I'm just typing Sunita. There is no Sunita user in my table, and I'm typing password anything, and let me click on this login button. So you can see it is showing me login failed message, and it is asking me to try again. So user can go back to login.jsp again. Okay guys, this is what the simplest code I have tried to provide you, and I have tried to show you step by step all the things which are required for doing login using MySQL databases. So I hope you will try this, and if you are facing any difficulty, you can comment in comment box. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If yes, be sure to give like to this video. Also, if you are new to my channel, do subscribe to my channel for more videos on Java. Thank you friends for watching my video till end. See you in my next video. Till that, bye bye and take care.